This is the story of Aleera, the noble who chose darkness. She was born under a blood moon into one of the oldest and most feared houses in all of Transylvania, the House of Velmira, a family cloaked in silk and secrecy, where power flowed like wine and betrayal was as common as breath. Her father, Lord Edric Velmira, was a master manipulator, a man who could collapse kingdoms with a whisper. Her mother, Lady Seraphine, was colder than the stones beneath their estate, a woman of quiet wrath, beauty, and unreachable silence. From the moment Aleera could walk, she was trained to be perfect, graceful in court, silent in rage, useful in alliance. She was taught that her future was not her own, that her body, her smile, even her womb belonged to politics. But Aleera was different. By 13, she had read every book on war. By 15, she could disarm a man twice her size. And by 17, she had mastered the subtle art of deception, all while wearing a crown of roses and smiling through every lie. Still, no amount of cunning could change her fate. At 18, her father struck a deal. She was to be wed to a withered warlord 3 times her age, a man with wealth, soldiers, and no soul. The marriage contract was signed in ink and sealed with wax. A transaction, not a union. Aleera said nothing. She waited. And then, the night before the ceremony, she vanished. A thunderstorm rolled over the mountains as she rode east into the black heart of the Carpathians, a place haunted by myth, by monsters, and by whispers of him. Dracula. She found him not in a castle, but in a ruin, alone, watching the stars from a throne of stone. He was no snarling beast, no crude blood hunter. He was beautiful in a terrifying way, pale as moonlight, ancient beyond comprehension, and burning with a hunger that had nothing to do with blood. He didn't ask for her beauty. He didn't care for her name. What he wanted was her defiance. "You seek freedom," he said, "but freedom has a price." He offered her an escape, not just from marriage, but from mortality itself. Power, eternity, sovereignty over death. But in return, she would give up everything: her name, her past, her soul. Aleera didn't flinch. She had spent her whole life being shaped, silenced, and sacrificed. Now she would become the thing others feared to name. That night, beneath a sky split by lightning, Aleera drank from darkness itself. She did not become a bride. She became something more. An empress of the night, the first of his kind to stand beside him as an equal. A blade in velvet, a whisper in the dark, a legend written in ash. From that moment forward, she was no longer Aleera of Velmira. She was simply Aleera, and the world would learn to fear her.